Hey guys, that was just the band Phono. Good song, good band. Good band. Now, I just posted a video over on YouTube there on my Chief 2 channel to let people know that the mass casualty drill is happening at Montgomery College as we speak. It's supposed to last from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is now 10:55 a.m. There's still an hour left. But we understand sometimes how they go live, okay? There is some peculiar shit going on over there because they've done some drills, and there was a fake psyop at the hospital over there in Frederick, and there's been a couple things going on around that area of Fort Detrick, which is over there off of Interstate or US 70, okay? Right off in the Maryland Western Panhandle area towards Frederick, in the mountain area, guys. And there are bunkers out there. There's a huge bunker that goes from all the way down 270, Route 270, from the top of 70 to all the way to 495. It's a massive bunker that goes all the way underground, and it goes all the way from that base all the way down to DC, and it's connected to the White House and all the rest of those tunnels that the other ones are connected to from the south part. And they're also connected east and north also. So there's tunnel systems all over the darn place, guys. Where do you think these people are going to run when shit hits the fan? I say not underground. If they were smart, okay, I think that they're going underground because they know they're going to unload on us up here. Okay, they plan on doing that. That's why they're planning on going underground. But if you plan on going underground when God decides to open this gate and Jesus comes in, you're in trouble because you're going to be snuffed right out, especially in them rocks, and it tells you that all the time. So I would assume that they're hiding in the ground, or they're hiding above in that city that sits above the ISS, which I've showed a million times. I'm now seeing other channels now putting up videos of mass cities. Other channels now are putting up videos. Other mainstream channels are putting up videos of weather machines. How you like that? JWTV yesterday putting up a video of weather machines. He's a mainstreamer. He's been around for a while. He's been on YouTube for a long time. So after 5 years, it's about time that someone's talking about what's up there. But they're not telling you exactly what's going on. And if you're not understanding it, the track situation itself, guys, understand this. There's a Tesla system that runs in the middle of this. It's a direct system, okay? There's a wireless system that also runs out of this thing. The wireless system has to be connected to something. All right, so the track itself is the connection to the wireless system, which runs to the nodes, which runs directly down underneath of us like an umbrella, okay? So the tracks are there for that reason, all right, because there's a frequency fence around here that's an electrical fence. It's our grid, basically. It's where we distribute the power from the center to the transformers, which are out in the areas, and they go underground to the cities, okay, and into their areas, into their little transformer areas, into their little base substations. This is why there is a track up there. So we do have technology that we could just fly around without being attached to a track. But in this aspect, these demons are what's up there. I don't know why they're, I understand we do have the technology, yes. Why would we need the track? But the problem is the track's there. There's nothing you can say or do that can even change my mind for after 5 years of looking at the track. All right, it's in the same position every day I see it. Now, it's just being hidden, that's all. It's a projection. A Project Bluebeam is nothing more than a fake sky, is all it is. And they're projecting it underneath of it, on top of it. What happens, man, you're looking up and you can't really see it. It's on an angle. So the projection system are all over the tracks. Anywhere they need to hide this thing, it's all over the place. Again, the chemtrails, not sure exactly why they're trailing these tracks up there or what they're doing or covering. I'm not sure yet. Okay, we're still looking into that. We know that they're poisons. We know the atmosphere is full of them. They must be shooting gases also into the atmosphere. Besides the particulates, I'm assuming they're shooting gases because we've had multiple reports all over the world of people smelling weird shit, right? We had weird orange shit in the sky, which they blamed on desert dust. You remember that bullshit over there in England? Remember that? And all that shit moved in. They're like, what the hell is this, man? Oh, that's just the dust from the desert. Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. And we understood that. We know what the hell's going on, guys. So, man, the sky is volatile, man. It's electric, it's volatile, it's poisonous, it's inhumane, man. It's just absolutely messed up, and the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees are feeling it too. Let me tell you something. It's not just the humans. Human systems are different than the animal system, but we all have an immune system. We're all going to break down we're not all the same. So we could break down from the same chemicals at different times. But this is how things work in our world, and how they get you to buy into all these prescriptions that they have. Have you noticed the prescription amount, the names of them are just accumulating? There's more and more prescriptions. As they give you more pills, there's more symptoms. And those symptoms have to be controlled by what? Other pills. It's an absolute a trap, okay, to the human mind who's connected to the body. If you're living connected to your body, then you're not understanding this whole thing. Okay, you wouldn't know that those pills are bad for you because you're not living in a focus in the world that Christ gave you, okay, that told you the truth is salvation, and that the salvation goes through me to God. So no one speaks to God except through me. So if you're trying to talk to God, you need to speak to Jesus. That's what he's trying to tell people. Let's run over to Matthew 25, one of my favorite chapters here. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And the 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. What are they talking about? Their vessels are their bodies. Okay, they prepared their souls with the Spirit of Jesus by accepting Christ. The fools with no oil did not accept Christ, okay, lived by the worldly sin, the laws, and transgressed, and condemned themselves to the point where they had no focus. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. Do you see the whole point of accepting Jesus Christ right now? There might not be time later, is what I get from that. They told him, they said, go, see what you could do. We can't really give you anything because there's only enough for us. And if we gave you enough for you and then we wouldn't be saved. Do you understand this is an individual process, right? And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and that they were ready went in to him with the marriage, and the door was shut. There it is. Gone, done. While you were getting ready for Jesus and you didn't prepare, Jesus came, took his people, right? He took the ones left behind. That's right. We know now the ones left behind are not what? Are not the cursed, the damned. They are the new people for kingdom of God. They are the new fruit bearers. They are the ones that bear the fruit for God the whole life, right? The believers, the wheat. We know now that the ones that were taken away are not in heaven. They are destroyed, as we looked in the scriptures, and we explained it in Luke, how Matthew 24 said they were taken away, and Luke said, and he explained further, that the ones that were taken away were destroyed, all of them, okay? God doesn't destroy his people, okay? His people that were left behind were the ones that bared the fruit, okay? There is a distinction there in that chapter. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily, truly I say unto you, I know you not. Again, you didn't prepare yourself ahead of time to accept Jesus Christ for this salvation process. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. And that's directly to you. That is a warning to the Israelites and to anyone. Watch therefore, for you now neither know the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. That little skit right there explains that, okay? Explains the oil and not having the oil, and then having to go get the oil later, right? We know what this means. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. There you have it. Then so we have a job to do, guys. It says it right there. He gave us the talents, right? We're going to have a job to do. We're going to be called home, and some of us will be doing work. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2 had also gained other 2. So everybody pulled together, guys, as one, and shared the information, okay? This is how it's supposed to be. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also had received 2 talents, came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 more talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. You get the point now, guys. You live your life like Christ, and it pays off in the end. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, the same thing happened. Gathering there hast not strawed. Lord, I knew thee that thou art and a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. You understand the parallel example that he's using here with the money is actually, think about what he's talking about. You can cash in on the things. Okay, you can cash in if you follow Jesus Christ. Okay, once you get to that point, once you're sealed with the Holy Spirit and you're saved, when you enter the kingdom of heaven, that's going to be your reward right there. When you get to heaven, you will see what you will be given and what your task will be. I guarantee we have one. Stay tuned. Keep limber. Keep those joints loose. Okay? Actually, it doesn't matter. Your body wasn't going with you anywhere, so it doesn't matter. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he has. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And we know all about this. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. That day is coming, guys, and it's going to be a sight to see. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. We're talking about the wheat and the chaff again, people. Separation. You got to keep them separated. Keep the law separated from the Spirit, okay? Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom, prepared for you from the foundation of the world. That's important. It's prepared for you from the foundation of the world. What does that mean? This has been prepared. Just because we lived in a prophecy time and the grace period changed, and it was a mystery because Jesus knew it but didn't tell until Paul came, doesn't mean God didn't have the plan, right? We find out now, later on a lot, in times and dispensation, that there was a plan ahead of time, but no one was given that information. Like Matthew, Mark, John, and Luke weren't given certain information that Paul and others were given, if you understand what I'm saying. That's why some of the stuff contradicts each other, because at the time they weren't given that information because God did not allow it. Okay? Understand that. Doesn't mean that there's a problem there. That just means God gives the information of what he needs during the time he needs to the people he needs to give it to. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you, the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and yet you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. And I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. That's the way you live your life, people. You concern yourself for other people. That's who we are. And that's one thing in the emotional world that I would say that tears us apart from these demons is the fact that we can sympathize with other people. Okay? We understand the empathy part. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? In other words, he's trying to say, what do you mean? Well, he's using it as a metaphor. They're asking him, what the hell are you talking about? I never clothed you. I never gave you food. I never did it. And then he says to them, and the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of thy brethren, ye have done it unto me. In other words, we're all in this together. Once you're sealed in the Holy Spirit, we're all in this. What you do to him is the same as you do to him, which affects God in that way. Understand that. So if you're treating your brother nicely, you're treating God nicely. Isn't that what it says? That's exactly what he's saying. He's not saying that you fed them, and I'm giving you examples. I'm telling you that if you live your life like I'm telling you, you won't have any problems. You'll be rewarded at the end. You don't have to worry about what you're getting or what you're doing in this world today, or how your performance is going to stack up to your rewards, because that's not going to happen. Everybody has this, okay? It's given to everyone. That's everyone, guys. There's no one left out of this. I was a stranger, blah, blah, blah. And it says, he answered them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as you did it not to one of the least of these, you did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. So there you have it. Left Behind. The movie Left Behind is kind of a contradictory of the statement of people being swept away. The ones that are swept away are the destroyed. The ones that are left behind are the ones that are going to enter into the kingdom of heaven and restart. And those fruit bearers, which bear the fruit of what I just testified just now, okay, the metaphor of living like Christ, okay, it doesn't mean you had to personally do what he said, but he was making an example, okay? So, but he was trying to connect the fact that your brother and I and everyone are all connected in this. So what you do to him, you do to me, okay? So live your life like that, like Christ would do. Have compassion for your neighbor. Have sympathy for others who don't have anything. Don't live your life where you need everything and then, I'll go back and I'll give you some after I get everything I need. Don't accept Christ too late. Don't say, I'm not ready for Christ, because everybody's ready for Christ. Please don't let that be your deterrent today and not accept Christ, because you don't need to do that. You're already ready for Christ. God did that for you. That's why you don't have to worry about it. I know you're a sinner. I know you're a piece of crap like I was. But all you have to do is change. Ask for forgiveness. You don't have to wait. You don't have to prepare yourself for the Lord. It's already done for you. Okay? Once you do that, then you can walk in the footsteps of Jesus and say, yes, I feel better now as a person. I get what God's saying. I get what Jesus is telling the apostles. I get it. Okay? I understand now. We're all connected in one lifeline here. All we have to do is accept it. All you have to do is grab the line and hold on. And then we all are connected that way. So there you have it, guys. What do we have today? Anything else on the docket? All right, hold on one second. I'm looking through some information and some news here. We do know the Montgomery County thing. It's 11:14 a.m. right now. So the Montgomery College thing is on its way, or underway. Will end at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be in 46 minutes, okay? And again, we were told in the newspaper, or in the advertisement that they put up, and it looked like it was on Facebook or something. I don't even know where it was. Mr. DMV sent it to me, but he showed me the post. I don't know where he got it from. He might have got it from a local, but I'm not really sure. So I really don't know the actual. Well, let me look and see. Hold on. Maybe I can find out right now. Maybe I can just look and see what the actual. As I look at the. Let me go back. Let me go back to the email here. All right, here it is, right here. Okay. It doesn't look. It just looks like he pulled it out of a. It looks like it came out of the Rockville campus handbook. Okay. All right, so this looks like it came across. I don't know if this was an email, a text to the people. It might have been a text to the students. So, okay, guy, thank you very much for sending that in, because if I look at the top, it says cost and financial aid, student life, and the menus and athletics. It must be part of their administration that sent this out in a mass text or something like that, or email. All right, so good looking out, guy. Mr. DMV, hey, Mr. DMV, heads up, baby, way to go. This is how we do it, baby. We do it ahead of time. If you can give me information ahead of time, we can break this stuff down and see what we got. Good shot, Mr. DMV. Shot of the day. Good job, guys. All right. Now, so we get that. Now, we got the sorcery there, or the source. How you like that, the source of the sorcery? All right. Let's see what else we got over here on the email section. And one of my people want to let me know that my friends and family still think I'm nuts. So am I. I've never been the type that said, I told you so type, but I've always felt empathy when people realize things others tried to tell them. But this one, I'm afraid I'm going to say it. Not that it will make anything any better for anyone, including myself, but it's too pent up inside. But it's too pent up inside. God is still working on me with this attitude. Yeah, well, don't get frustrated there, hon. This attitude is killing me too. I am a bearer of the bullshit. Sometimes it overloads and I have to unleash it, and it's a bad thing, I know. Thank you. Love the show. Listen every day and plan to catch up next. Thank you. I appreciate you, hon, for sending that in. You know who you are. I'm not going to get your name on it. All right, guys. Should we get some more music or should we just continue? I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to monitor this situation on YouTube today. I'll go live if I have to on YouTube if they allow it. I can't go live on Vimeo. I'd love to go live on Vimeo. It would be great if I could do that. That would be cool too. So guys, 11:17 a.m. in the morning here, Eastern Standard Time in the sanctuary. All the animals are out. The sun is shining. The sky is an absolute weird blue. Okay, it's a dark blue. Okay, this is how they cover the track. You can look at that sky and tell something's wrong with it. I don't know how long they've been doing it, but I think the technology just got better. That's all I can say. I think the fence, when I see pictures of it in 1978, I can tell you right now it's probably been around longer than that. I even see pictures of the fence sometimes after 1900 in some of the earliest shots of the sky ever. I can find it. I can see it there. So the fence looks like it's been there for a long time, but the technology may have been upgraded over the years, and that's probably what we're seeing right now as the frequency changes, as the grid is around us, and as these nodes are unloading on a 5G source, right? We know there's a lot of junk going on, guys. All these microwaves are deadly to everybody, so it's not like we can get away. With all these towers and all the stuff, you're holding a weapon in your hand, by the way. I mean, that's the weapon. It's like you're holding their gun to shoot you with. You know what I'm saying? Like these cell phones are like the gun, right? You know what I mean? It's like you're holding the gun to your head and they're just pulling it's like a Russian roulette. I mean, am I going to get shot today? Maybe not. Or am I? Sometimes you get shot, sometimes you don't. But let me tell you something, that weapon that you're holding in your hand is exactly what that is. You're holding their gun for you. Yeah, it's an unfortunate way to look at it, but it's pretty accurate if you know who we're dealing with here and why they gave you the phone in the first place. What do you think they gave it to you for? For convenience? Excuse me, something stuck in my throat there. No, it wasn't. Nothing's done for convenience. It's all done for an agenda. They hate people, okay? We're disgusting to them because we love God. God is the ruler, the creator of all things. They hate him. And we are the ones that deliver for God. All right? And so in retrospect, they're going to hate us too. Remember what God said. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, you're against me. Okay? In so many words, he said it that way. Okay? Get with me now and not have to worry about getting oil in your lamp and then missing Jesus when he comes. Okay? That's the whole point here, guys. I'm Chris Archer. This is Keith Sees All. You can reach me at ChristopherArcher839@gmail.com. Any day you want to send me an email, you can send me music. You can send me your band's music. I will put your video on here. I will put your music on here. I will put your pictures on here. I will put your testimony on here, as long as I see fit and that it explains the unexplainable. And what is the unexplainable? It's mainstream science. It's everything that you've learned. Okay? It's when your left and right brain start to split down the middle and you have a problem. That's what we call it. That's exactly what we call it, guys. That's exactly why you have both parts of your brain. And that's exactly why they feed it the way they do, because they created it that way. Yes, they did manipulate us, but that's okay. We still have what? We still have Jesus that saved us. So we trumped all that. It's over with. They got nothing. The thing is, people don't understand. And the more the people don't understand, more people get lost in this bullshit and lose their way. The more distractions, the more people lose their soul, because it just is probability. It's like throwing shit up against the wall and seeing if it sticks. The more you do it, the more people are going to get stuck. So the quicker you get that oil in there, guys, the faster you're preparing yourself for your salvation. Okay, guys, I'm Chris Archer. Hope you had a good time today and listen to the radio show tomorrow. We'll be back Friday morning. Again, today we have Thursday, May 3rd, active shooter drill in Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland. Looking for it not to go live, and we're actually preparing for the worst over there, right? We always do now. That's what they want us to do, because that's what they've got us thinking. But in this case, we will prepare, and then we will break it down, and then we will show the bullshit that they pulled. Okay? Y'all have a good day, and God bless. I am out of here. God bless you guys.